if you would join us.
So today we're going to talk about that 2-4-2 attacking system and specifically how we can work ourselves back into it after two phases while we're coming out of a set piece. And so in this example here we have a scrum set up. We'll also be discussing the line out later on, but we want to make sure that we understand specifically how we're going to work ourselves from our set piece back into our 2-4-2 system. Our goal as of right now, as of today, our goal is to get back into the system in two phases. And so we want to be able to do that again. We want to be in our scrum, we want to come out of our scrum, and we want to be back into our 2-4-2 system after just two phases. So coming out of our scrum, we want to work ourselves back into that 2-4-2. Here you see in blue, we've got our 6, our 8, and our 7. So our back row is going to be really, really important for this. Again, we want to make sure that the whole team kind of understands where we're attacking. And so typically what we do is we are always attacking in this center channel. We're always going to attack in this center channel, whatever move we want to run in. But we can always attack in this center channel.
Mamma mia!
Unless otherwise stated, right? So we're always going to hit up here first unless we say otherwise, unless we call hands or we want to make sure that we attack wide off of first phase, okay? Excuse me. So say it's very simple. Say we just do a little 12 crash, right? So this 12 man, he's just going to come up here. He's going to attack the defense. It's a pretty simple line. We're just going over kind of like simplest form right now, right? So 12 goes in, okay? And then we're going to form a ruck right here. So ball goes here, and we form our ruck.
Yahoo!
This is called R1. All right, that stands for Ruck 1. R1 is Ruck 1 as you come out of any set piece, okay? Ruck 1. Ruck 1 needs to have one center, one wing, and one forward in it. It doesn't matter what kind of move we run or anything like that. It's got to have one center, one wing, and one forward, okay? So what we use is we always use the weak side. Always use that weak side wing. So wingers, you have to be able to ruck. All right, everybody rucks. This is rugby, okay? You're coming in here, and you're going to support that ruck. All right, now, the next thing it's going to look like is this number 7, right? He knows where he's going. As soon as the ball is out, he knows where he's going. He's not worried about anything else, all right? And as soon as that number 7 hears ball out, he's coming right here. He's going to read the 12. He's going to read this B channel, and he's going to come, and he's going to support that ruck as well. All right, again, this is R1. Yep, so R1 is right here. Okay, now if they're having trouble or anything like that, our number 8 right here, our number 8 can come in, and he can clean up. All right, so again, our number 8, if necessary, can come and clean up as well. Okay, but this is R1. This is our first ruck out of the set piece. So here we've secured R1, which is our first ruck out of our set piece. We have our 12 that carried it in. We've got our weak side wing that rucked, and we also have our flanker, our number 7, who came out and supported. So this situation is the first situation that needs to be read, right? And so the 8-man and the 6 need to communicate, whether that's verbally, non-verbally, whatever that looks like. But they need to communicate, okay? If the 8 sees that this ruck is secure and they're not in trouble, all right, then all what this 8 is going to do is he's going to work it out. He's going to go all the way wide, all right? He knows where he's going. He's coming all the way out, and he's here to support. Because our next call, all right, this is R1, R2, all R2 has to do is get it all the way out. That's what we want to see. We want to get it all the way out, okay? And so as long as R2 is in the C channel, we're spreading the defense out appropriately, just like how we typically want to do. And so 8 knows that, right? So he's not worried about getting in the line. All what he's worried about is watching the ball carrier, watching the ball, anticipating where it's going to go so that he can help secure that next ruck, right? So some teams will specifically have only the center take it in, right? So we'll go to the 10, to the 15, to the 13, and we don't want to work it all the way to the touch line, and the team knows that, so they're going to hit it up right here, right at the fringe of this C channel, right here, right? And they're going to allow a strong ball carrier, the 13, to carry it up, right? So 13, ball goes out to the 13, he's going to hit it up here, right? Some teams do like to do this because what it means is it's less running for this number 8, and they know they're going to be able to secure this ruck, right? So the 14 can come and he can secure, and if necessary as well, the 15 can come and secure as well. So we'll say that the 15 goes in to help secure, the 14 comes in to help secure, and the 8 has worked his way all the way around now, and so he's also able to come and secure this ruck, right? So again, this is R2. R2 is right here. That is our ruck, right? And so in this situation, we've got our 15, our 13, our 14, and our 8 who is working around to secure that ruck. And again, that number 8, he does not need to get in the attacking line at all. All what he needs to do, as soon as the scrum is over, he looks to see if this ruck is going to be secured or not. If it is secured, fantastic. That means he can just jog around. It doesn't need to be a sprint. He just jogs. Out here, he's just reading the 15, 13, and wing to see what's going to happen. And then he helps secure that ruck. So let's also talk about if this ruck here, our R1, our ruck 1, R1, let's talk about if this is not a clean ruck. So that means that the 8 needs to come around, and the 8 needs to support R1, or our first ruck out of our set piece. So here we have our 12, 11, and our 7, and then the 8 joined, which means that our 6 now is going to have to work. All right, and our 6, again, is not worried about joining the attacking line or anything like that. All he is worried about is coming around and joining this ruck, wherever that is. Again, most teams, not all, but most teams do like to have their center come up and the center just bang it up. That way the wing can come and support. 15 can also come and support in that ruck, and it's less distance for our forwards to travel, as opposed to if we took it all the way out to the wing and we spread it all the way to within the 5-meter touch line. That's just 10 or 15 extra meters that this forward needs to travel in the same amount of time, and so we don't want to stress the forwards too much. Overall, a major theme of coming out of the set piece in R1 and R2 is that the wings have to ruck. That is something that you must stress on all of your teams. Everyone rucks regardless of position. The wings must ruck, and so that's something that we have always stressed. So again, coming out of the set piece, number 6 and number 8, they need to read R1 to see if it is secure or not, and then if it is not secure and number 8 needs to join here, then number 6 will read, he'll come around the ruck, and he will come and he'll join. Not in the attacking line, but he will join as a support rucker. So we just hit R2 in our far channel off of our scrum. So you just hit R2. As you can see here, we've got our 9 behind our grouping here. We've got our 10 set up to connect, as well as everyone that was just in this ruck over here. So whoever's an R1, all they have to do is just stay on this side, and then they reload back here. So you've got your R1 group that was right here. All they have to do is just reload back here to the strong side. We've got 3 backs in this ruck as well as a loose forward. So what we aim for is one of these guys to be able to play scrum half for this one phase, right? And so we do just want to try and generate some form of quick ball, right? So whether that is the 15, 13, 14, or 6, depending on who we are and kind of our skill levels, what we'll do is we'll just have them play scrum half for one phase, and that ball will come on out to our 10, and then from there, if you see, we're right back into our system, right? We've had our 2 phases, our 1, 3, 4, and 5. They don't need to travel all the way to the far zone. All they have to do is worry about coming around here. Excuse me. Again, we hit our number 1. We hit our point man. Very often, not always, but very often on our first phase coming back with our central B group. Very often it's a pretty simple attack. It's either a pretty simple plus or a pretty simple minus. We don't want to overdo it really on this phase. Although the Crusaders were always a big fan of once you attack all the way to one side, sometimes they would like to go bump twice, and so they'll hit the number 1, come out the back to number 9, and they'll spread it again. And so that was something that they were big fans of. If you do notice here, we've got number 2, just being realistic, right? If number 2's in the center of this scrum over here, he is rarely going to be able to make it over to support this ruck, and so really what he's doing is he's coming around here, and he's probably just entering the C channel now, which isn't a huge issue or loss by any means, right? And so if we do hit our B grouping, number 1 takes it up.
It's not wise to upset a Wookiee.
We've got our guys here to support, our forwards there to support, and just like that, we've got our number 9 who's going to come in and he's going to scrum, or excuse me, he's going to scrum out. So what do you think of the 2-4-2 attacking structure? Have you or your club ever played this structure before? What do you think? Are there any other attacking structures, defensive structures, or counter-attacking structures that you would like me to cover? Go ahead and drop that in the comment section below, and I'll make a video on it.
You know, sometimes I amaze even myself.
Hey, you very good. See you next time.